Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video on tips before you go and get tattooed or pierced. So I have a bunch of piercings. As you can see, I've got a bunch of tattoos, so I'm kind of used to the process of going to get them done and looking after them. So if you haven't gotten them done or you're kind of still nervous about the process, then these are some things that I find that help and just kind of are good to know that help me. So whether I'm getting tattooed or pierced, I always make sure that I have eaten before I go in. It doesn't need to be straight away before if you're nervous about kind of being sick. Make sure it's an hour or two before. You just want to have that food in you because it will help with your body's reaction to it and kind of make sure that your blood sugar is at a good level. You don't want to be low and then you get dizzy or you end up feeling sick. So even if I've got an early tattoo session booked, you want to make sure that you have a good breakfast just because it will help set you up for kind of getting it done and also the recovery afterwards. Staying on the line of food and drinks, I like to take stuff in with me. So I like to bring in some snacks and some drinks. This is for if you're getting tattooed. Obviously check with your artist before you kind of just get it all out and kind of set yourself up. But I like to have a bottle of water and a bottle of fizz or juice with me just because I like to have that kind of option for hydration and sugar. And also like you're going to be sat there for maybe a few hours. Then for my snacks, I like to take in a bag of sweets, so whether it's Haribos or some kind of pick and mix. You don't want to take in anything that's going to make a mess, so pastry stuff maybe isn't great. Sandwiches may be a bit difficult, especially if you're getting your arms tattooed. You can't kind of sit there moving and eating kind of bigger things, so I prefer things that come in a little bag and you can just kind of take one. So if you're getting one arm done, you can kind of take one thing at a time instead of kind of trying to juggle a sandwich in one hand that maybe will then kind of fall on you and make a mess and then just make it difficult for them trying to tattoo you and you kind of trying to clean up with one hand. Just easy stuff to eat is what you want to do. You want to open everything before they start as well, as long as they've said that it's okay for you to have the stuff. Make sure everything's open, so bottles are opened, bags are opened, whether it's crisps or sweets, so that again you're not kind of trying to move around and open all this stuff. Even if they're tattooing your leg, you still don't want to be kind of jostling yourself around too much. So as long as they're kind of opened and the seal's broken, then that'll be easier to get into. If you have an appointment, whether it's a tattoo or piercing, you want to be on time or early. Just 5-10 minutes, maybe 15, but don't be late because it throws everything off for them and it kind of sets a bad example of yourself to them. They've got stuff that they're doing with their day as well, and if you are going to be late, send them a message, let them know. I'm sure they'll understand, but try your best to be on time and early if you can. Next on the list is wear appropriate clothes, whether it's what you're wearing kind of in your day or whether you're bringing a change of clothes, whether it's tattoo or piercing. You should only really need a change of clothes if you're getting tattooed. Say if it's kind of cold out and then you're getting your leg tattooed, you might need to wear shorts, so then you'll need to go to the bathroom and change. You shouldn't really need to bring a change of clothes for piercings because normally you'll just take them off or kind of move around wherever you're getting pierced and then you can kind of put them back on. But wear something that is going to be comfortable for you. And you don't want to be sat there if you're getting a tattoo for hours and you've hooked your sleeve up and then it's cutting the circulation off to the rest of your arm or your hand, because you can't sit like that for hours. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be comfortable. Wear something comfortable that you can get to the area that you're tattooing or piercing easily. For tattoos in particular, you want to be wearing something darker probably, because even though they'll wrap you up after you've been tattooed, you still bleed and your body kind of is pushing a lot of stuff out, so it tends to leak. And if you're wearing white or light colours, that's going to show a whole lot more and just kind of look grotty, be a mess. Whereas if it's black, you also don't have to worry about things like staining or it really showing all too much. My next point is to educate yourself on whatever you're getting done with. Whether it's a piercing or a tattoo, educate yourself. So like on YouTube, if you're watching this video, you're already doing a good job. There's so many videos on absolutely everything. Watch videos, look at other people's experiences, look at many people's experiences as well, not just one or two, but a wide range of people. Also watch videos from piercers or tattoo artists, because they'll be able to give you a more informed information on whatever you're getting done. So there are a couple of ones that I really liked. So I used to watch Pangea Piercing a lot, but he doesn't tend to do many videos at the moment. But then another one that I watch now, the channel's called Body Piercing and Tattooing, and the guy who does the videos for that is very good. But yeah, whether you're male or female getting your piercings, he's got videos for certain things from both kind of viewpoints, which can be very helpful to find information that you need. Don't panic as well. Don't watch these videos just to get in your head and panic even more. You want to just educate yourself, and like maybe don't watch a whole load of videos of people getting them done, because people tend to overreact, especially if there's a camera on them. That will probably be making them more nervous and more susceptible to pain and overreaction. So like when I got my conch punched, I'd watched videos of people getting it done and the reactions didn't look very good. But then getting it done, I was absolutely fine. But the important thing is when you go in there, try not to be nervous. Try your absolute best not to be nervous, not to be tense, because all those things are just going to make your body's reaction worse. You want to be relaxed and breathe. It's okay. People have lived through this stuff before. It's fine. So for me, when I was growing up, I was very interested in tattoos and piercings and stuff, so I would be watching loads of videos on everything anyway, so I kind of knew the types of jewellery, pain levels that people had experienced, people just talking about it, how to heal things, different methods that people had used to heal stuff. A channel that used to be very popular, or that I used to watch a lot when I was young, probably like in secondary school. So when I was like 15, 16, probably like 17, was Bod Mod 101. That was really cool because they had different people would make videos on whatever they had done, and they'd had like so many things done like within this kind of group of people, from punches, piercings, tattoos, stretching ears, lips, noses, piercings kind of everywhere. It was really good to get their take on it and like how they'd healed it, how they were doing. They do updates and everything. It was a really good channel, which I don't think it exists anymore, and all the people kind of disbanded and did their own things for a little while, and then as far as I know, not many of them are doing much stuff anymore. But yeah, educate yourself on it. Like if it's something that you want to get done, I think that you should want to know kind of what's happening, like learn what to expect and like what are they going to use to pierce you, what are you going to need afterwards to clean it, how long is it going to take. You know, I think, like just from my point of view, you should want to learn all that stuff before you go and get it done, so that when you're in there, it again helps with you don't have to panic because you know what's going to happen, you know what to expect. And then especially if you're going to a new piercer, you should kind of know what is going to happen, and if it's someone that you know, then maybe you can ask them more questions and then learn even more. So on that same line of things, if you can, you want to have your aftercare ready, whether it's for tattoos or piercings. For tattoos, I use Bepanthen, just like it's a nappy rash ointment cream, but that's what was recommended to me from my tattoo artist that I went to first, and that's what I've carried on using. Every time I've gotten a tattoo since the first one, they've kind of asked what I'm planning to use, and then I say Bepanthen, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, carry on. Like, they kind of ask what my plan is for looking after it. They'll let me know if that's okay or not, and so far it's been fine, so it's all good. And then for piercings, I tend to use just saline solution. I just get a bottle of that because it's in there, it's not getting anything in it. Obviously I keep the lid on so that it stops anything getting in the top, and it's already mixed up, so that is kind of what works for me. In the past I've also made my own salt solution, just in a little kind of jug or a little jar, a bit of salt and water, and you kind of let it all dissolve and then take that on a cotton bud. I also got this spray, Protolint spray, that was recommended to me by someone for kind of piercings that are being a bit difficult. And then I also use tea tree oil on piercings that have a bump. I used it on my conch. Just every now and then I'll go over it again with whatever I feel it needs. If you don't buy your aftercare before, try and buy it as soon as possible after. So if you can buy it like on your way home, do that. Try not to leave it longer because you'll need to take care of your tattoo or piercing that day, whether it's cleaning your piercing just with a cotton swab, or unwrapping your tattoo and giving it a rinse and moisturising it that night. So for tattoos, you'll need a soap as well. You'll need one that is antibacterial. So this is just the one that I got. It's from Carex, Complete Sensitive Antibacterial Hand Wash. I think this is like £1. You can get loads of them for £1. I didn't want one that had scents or anything in, just in case that would irritate it. And then say I use the Bepanthen cream. It comes in a little tube, so you can get both of those from Boots or Superdrug, or even like Tesco, like supermarkets. You can get them everywhere, so make sure you have that before you go home. You also might need cling film if you're going to need to wrap it up again. Do this on the recommendation of your tattooer. If you know that you might need to cover it up again, have that conversation with them. Also, things to look after your tattoo. Speak to your artist about it, because they might recommend you use different products depending on the environment where you live, the kind of temperatures that you're experiencing. Other things might be recommended over what I use. As well as having your aftercare ready, you also want to have your sleeping situation ready. If you're getting like your ears pierced or facial piercings or any piercings, you need to think about how you're going to be able to sleep. You know, the piercings can get in the way. They can get knocked up in the night and irritated. So whether you need to get a pillow or something to go around your ears, like one of those neck pillows with the hole in the middle, or you might need towels as well, either to put down on your pillows or on your bed. If you're getting a tattoo, you might want to put a towel down so that you don't end up staining your bed sheets, and you can also use a towel rolled up in replacement of a pillow, though for me that did end up just unraveling in the night. And for the most part, sleeping when you get a new tattoo is just kind of sticking your arm or leg out or whatever it is, and just kind of trying not to have it up against something that it's going to stick to, because it's going to be moist and kind of bleeding or secreting stuff. So you don't want to kind of put your arm on a bed sheet and then in the morning have to peel it off, because that'll hurt. If you're getting body piercings like below your neck, you might want to think about what you're wearing to bed, whether the material could get caught on piercings, or you know, if it gets moved around, is it gonna cause more problems for your piercing? Do you want piercing to be out at night, or do you want it to be covered up? Do you want it to be covered up loosely, or do you want it to be kind of secure? These are all kind of things just to think about, just to kind of help with the healing process. When you are getting tattooed, I think it's always handy to have something to do while you're getting it done. If you manage to bring a friend along, or a family member, friend or family, you know, check with your piercer before the session that they're allowed to come in. So especially at the moment with coronavirus going around, even when tattoos and stuff are allowed, I don't entirely think you're supposed to have someone with you, but like check with them. You know, it depends on everyone's kind of feelings on it with what you can do. If you can't have someone with you, or maybe even if you do have someone with you, if you're sat there for a long time, I think it's always handy to have some stuff to do, whether it's your phone and you're going to watch videos, maybe ask for the Wi-Fi if that is available to you, or you might also want to play games. So I always like to play games on my phone, or bring my iPad and play games on that. Again, it depends where you're getting tattooed, depending what that kind of allows what you're going to be able to do. You might also want to bring music, or your artist might play music themselves. You know, it all depends on where you go and what you're doing. The main thing for me is trying not to, you need something else that you can focus on other than the pain of what you're having done, because the pain kind of goes up and down in like intensity. So you want something that can help distract you from that. Whether you're going to watch something or play a game, it's up to you, but I find having something else to concentrate on really helps. So obviously when you're getting pierced, that thing is usually like a second and then you're done, so you don't need a whole lot to distract your mind while you're getting it done. You know, just think about something funny, I don't know, but you'll be alright with piercings, they're only quick. So that is it for my tips and stuff for getting tattoos and piercings. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about anything, please comment them below or on my Instagrams. I will try my best to answer. I am not qualified piercer or tattoo artist or anything. I'm just someone who is interested in them and has them. So if you found this helpful, then that was the point of this video. I will see you again soon. Bye!